he got really he started chimping out at Rackets last night, and he chimped out at Rackets over a specific clip. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I think it was in Mediker's replies. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, yes. This clip right here. I guess I'll just recount it. I guess Ralph can say that I'm lying, but I'm pretty sure I have like a pretty good recollection of what he said. Anyway, somebody super chatted this to Nick, and this sort of illustrates the problem that people are going to have dealing with Ralph and DMCA strikes.
Crazy. Polyfrog. Nick, is it possible to sue Ethan Ralph for abusing the DMCA copyright system? Yes. Ralph is targeting any people restreaming him. He took out Cringe Mama, Medicare Fembot, and I think the Mad at the Internet channel as well. Yes, it'll just be really expensive. But
so it goes without saying that Ralph has definitively proven that he engages in malicious and bad faith usage of the DMCA copyright system. When he false striked me, he literally verbatim said that he did it because he thought it was funny, not to protect his intellectual property, but because he thought it was funny. You are not allowed to do that. You are only allowed to use the DMCA copyright system as a means in which to, in good faith, defend your copyright. Now, this would probably be a slam dunk. However, the problem is, Ralph is a wigger, and he is wigger rich. He makes like decent money off of live streams, but he doesn't actually own any assets. He doesn't own any land. He doesn't own any, actual, worthwhile investments or anything. He probably is cash poor. Ralph is not worth suing because he doesn't have enough money for it to be worth it. You can't take his crack house. He doesn't own that. He rents it. He rents his house. He rents his car, or his car's on a lease. He owns the only land that he owns is uninhabitable bogland. That's literally the only piece of like actual assets that Ralph owns. So Ralph is one of the few who have realized that the copyright system is kind of tailor-made for people like him by accident. People like Ralph are able to just engage in bad faith malicious usage because that's the only thing that he really needs. He doesn't need the video to actually stay down. He just needs to be enough of an annoyance that people stop covering him, or it stops him from covering him for like a set amount of time. Ralph has no intention of actually following up with any of these claims. He immediately backed down off of my claim. But again, there's no real, success in actually going after him. And Ricada will explain it in this clip.
But you could. He has all sorts of statements about how it's not about fair use. He doesn't care about any of that.
Now, Ralph was chimping out about this statement in particular, saying, that's not true. That's not true. And saying that he's always using it to defend his copyright. But literally like 2 minutes afterwards, he also said that he was doing it out of malice. And then like caught himself and then said it was due to protecting his copyright. I think he has watched my streams and kind of understands that I understand this a little bit better than him at this point. But again, it's Ralph. He's just going to act like a wigger and be annoying. Being poor in this instance is Ralph's biggest shield, because if he was making the kind of money that Rackets made and he was engaging in these sorts of blatant bad faith DMCA claims, he'd be fucking done. He would be absolutely fucking done. That's why Quantum TV, even though he's like taking the victory lap right now, I think Actman will just lead up to suing the shit out of him. And I think he'll get fucking wrecked on that one.